Cassie heard her sister before she saw her. "Cassie!" Jennifer's shout cut through the darkness of the Cecchino property. "Cassie!" She burst through the undergrowth in a shower of leaves. Even in the dark, her head of curly hair and petite figure were unmistakable. "Jen!" Cassie dropped awkwardly from the horse. She tripped on a root before breaking into a run. Cassie's cheeks were wet with tears by the time she reached her big sister. She grabbed Jennifer in a tight hug. Jennifer returned the embrace, crying into Cassie's shoulder. Cassie stood a full head taller than her. Even in the middle of the full-scale Russian invasion with zombies, Jennifer managed to look amazing. Her hair was perfect. Her clothes showed off her flawless figure. Cassie heard their mother's voice playing in her head. "Boys aren't into the tomboy look, Cassie. You really should try to fix your hair, sweetie. Grow it out a little more. Maybe wear a little makeup." She blocked out her mother's voice. Now wasn't the time to worry about how she looked. "I'm so sorry," Jennifer said through her tears. "I'm so sorry I didn't make it to Amanda's house to pick you up. I tried, I swear I tried, but there were Russians everywhere. That's okay. You sent your knight in shining armor to get me." During the ride back to the Cecchino cabin, Cassie had come to the conclusion that Leo and Jennifer would be back together soon. It only made sense. Leo and Jennifer had always made sense. Jennifer shook her head and cast a brief scowl in Leo's direction. "I wanted to be the one to rescue you." Leo rolled his eyes as he dismounted his horse. "Are you really gonna pick a fight over this? She's here, isn't she?" Jennifer huffed and returned Leo's eye roll. "Yes." "Yes, you're going to pick a fight with me, or yes, you're grateful I got Cassie for you?" "Both." Leo barked a laugh. He looked genuinely amused. Jennifer flashed a grin at him. "Thanks, Leo." "You're welcome." Cassie's eyes flicked back and forth. This exchange between them was different from anything she'd ever seen. It was friendly. That was the only word she could come up with. Jennifer held Cassie at arm's length, looking at her from head to toe. "Well, you're covered in blood and dirty as hell, but you're in one piece. What happened to your arm?" "She had that before we got there," Leo said. Cassie rubbed at the long cut on her forearm. "I don't know where I got this. We had to escape through the attic of Amanda's house." Dal rode out of the trees. Behind them, pushing their bikes and looking miserable, were Amanda and Stevenson. The other residents of the Cecchino cabin boiled outside. Cassie saw Lena and Anton, Leo's younger twin siblings. Lena ran straight into Dal's arms, kissing him like she hadn't seen him in 10 years. Now that was a surprise. Cassie hadn't known they were together. Also among the cabin residents were a few guys she recognized. The brothers from the Craig cattle farm, whom she knew only by sight. There was Bruce, another varsity football jock like Anton, and a tiny old woman. Cassie deduced this was Nona Cecchino. There was a hardness to the group. It was the same thing she'd noticed in Leo. She saw it most in Anton and Bruce. A few days ago, those two guys had been the epitome of cocky football jocks. Now they gazed out at the world with set jaws and hard eyes. It looked like they'd been to hell and had lived to tell the tale. "There's something we need to discuss." Leo's voice cut across the clearing. "We saw something on the way back from the Nielsen's." It was impossible to miss his immediate effect. Everyone straightened expectantly, their eyes on Leo.